returning champion, Mr. Rubens Gardelli. Representing Italy. Yes! Can you feel it? So I remember your strategy from last year, and it involved taking water, heating it, and adding it to ground coffee. Do you anticipate doing something similar this year?
Well, no, it's
okay.
different. Yeah,
Then I'm very excited to see what is about to happen.
Yeah.
Rubens, without any further ado, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
See you on the other side. A big round
Thank
of applause for Italy!
Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Okay. Would you please play Luigi and Have the music? Last, hope not least. Okay. This is my time. Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Rubens Gardelli. I'm a coffee roaster and a barista from Italy. And I feel so blessed to be here again today to be able to present you 3 ideas and intuition I had just 2 days after the last World Brewers Cup. I prepared a little booklet that you find in front of you that contain all the information I'm giving you throughout the competition. And these booklets are for you to keep at the end of my presentation. So please now follow me at the first page. You can open at the number 1. Yes. Exactly. This year I wanted to realize my dream directly at origin. I've been picking cherries in 2 farms in Mexico, and the coffee I'm brewing for you today is from Finca Santa Rosa, that is located in Chiapas, south of Mexico, into a tropical reserve called Biosfera El Triunfo. Ricardo and Arturo Lievano are the owner of the farm, and you can see them in the picture with me, and they have planted all their 7 different plots with high quality variety. And while I was there, I noticed the pristine condition of this beautiful tropical reserve full of biodiversity and a very rich volcanic soil. Okay, now please follow me in the next page, in the second one, where I present you the first idea, and this is the heart of my project. And I call it TREELOT. Yes, you heard it right, TREELOT. Because I believe that not all the coffee trees are created equal. Even though they are coming from the same variety, they are not sharing 100% of the genetics between them. And they are also growing in different parts of the farms. So me, Julian Rivera, that was companion in this adventure, and the owners of the farm, we were selecting the best trees from the older and the healthier. And we created more than 30 single tree lots. And the coffee I'm brewing for you today is from 1 single tree that you can see in the picture right there while I was picking. It was February the 12th, 2015. And this tree was growing at a plot named Carmen at 1,750 meters above sea level. And this tree is from a red bourbon variety, but with a very peculiar bean shape, elongated bean shape. And this tree is 14 years of age. It's like a teenager. And if you don't believe me, I put the coordinates in case you want to go there and verify what I'm saying. Okay. Now, please follow me in the next page where I present you the second idea. And this is how I process the coffee. I call it EMBRYO-FOCUSED PROCESS because I studied that the embryo viability is directly related to the final cup quality and vibrancy. So I wanted to develop a process that would keep this precious embryo alive until today. So after carefully picking the cherries, I laid them over a raised bed, just 1 layer, for 2 days of direct sunlight, and thankfully there was sunlight during those 2 days, for fastly removing the beginning of humidity and avoid any fermentation taints. After that, I put them under the shade for remaining of 25 days of slow drying under the shade to maintain the water activity, and I stopped the drying at 14% of humidity. I know, it's quite higher than usual, but I wanted to keep the water activity to maintain and feed this precious embryo till today. Okay, now please follow me in the next page. This is the third idea. And this is how I imported the coffee and how I dehulled it. I decided to import the coffee from Mexico to Italy within its natural house, within the cherry pods. This is actually the coffee you are going to taste today. Why did I choose this? Because I truly believe this is the best protective environment for the coffee beans to maintain the right level of humidity and to avoid as much as possible the oxidation. But after that, me and my family, as you can see in the picture, manually dehulled more than 20,000 cherries, one by one. Why did I choose this crazy hard work? Well, because while I was in Mexico, I noticed that the mechanical dehulling, it's a very stressful process because create friction between the cherries, especially for the natural process coffee, and the final outcome is the heat, a lot of heat. I didn't want to treat my precious embryo that way. So at the end, I believe that hard work was totally worth it. And I hope you will appreciate that. Now, please follow me in the next page where I'm going to explain you a little bit more my technique I'm using today. First of all, I'm using 18 grams of coffee with 250 grams of water. I ground the coffee using a hand conical grinder in order to transfer the least heat from the burst to the final ground. And after that, I sieve out the fines, keeping the fines at 800 microns. I did that because I want to achieve a full control over the extraction that showcased the best flavor characteristic of this coffee. You may notice that I'm using also a full immersion ceramic system because of the very high density of the beans. So I needed a little bit more contact time with the water to fully extract all those precious sugars and acid from each particle. But a weak spot of this system is the diminished aroma perception. So in order to avoid that, I was preheating these ceramic handmade glasses. So when you perceive the aroma, you will get in its full manifestation and potential. Now, I'm brewing the water at 94 degrees Celsius for 5 minutes of infusion. And in order to achieve thermical consistency from the first cup to the last cup, I again attach the base of the Bonavita kettle, pressing the whole button. This year I tested also paper filters that you can find here. And the paper filter I'm choosing is the Filtropa white paper filter because it was giving me more clarity and more flavor complexity to the final cup. Good. Now, follow me in the next chapter where I would like to explain to you a crucial ingredient in the beverage. And that's the water. Well, again, I've been helped my water lab back in Italy, and I brought here in Sweden 10 different water, all from reverse osmosis, but different recipe, different mineral content. And the water that I choose for this amazing tree is coming from a reverse osmosis. I put all the chemistry specification inside your booklets. And just for a rare reference, this water has 130 TDS, ppm of course, and the ratio between magnesium and calcium is 1:1. On a blind cupping table, simply was bringing out the best aroma characteristic, keeping the flavors as complex as I like it. Okay, now I told you I'm a coffee roaster, and I would like to share with you how I roasted the coffee. And in the next page you will see it. Well, I roasted the coffee 4 days ago, but first of all, let me be honest. I had only 2.5 kilograms to play with from this single tree. So I needed to use again my little handmade copper roasting machine. And since these beans are high in density and high in humidity, I decided to drop in at high temperature, but with a slow drying stage to fully develop all these complex compounds from the coffee. First crack 11 minutes, and the roast development time 50 seconds, just to keep that brightness that I really would like to showcase to you today. Good. And now the brew is almost ready, and it's time for the most exciting chapter, and that's the last one. And you would like to follow me in the next one? And that's the flavor profile. Again, this coffee, this single tree was quite unique. From all the other more than 30 single tree lot, it was really bringing out this precious embryo vibrancy. Okay, when you first assess the aroma, please hold it until I call my time. Start to do it, thank you. And the aroma, you will get a sweet note of apple cider and black currant. As you first sip it, you will again get this sweet, intense note of the apple cider, along with a raspberry note. And as it cools down, you will get also the blackberry note. The acidity is sparkling and vibrant, like a raspberry-like acidity. Yep. And it balances so well with this full and juicy body. And the aftertaste is again sparkling, reminding you the pink grapefruit, dryness, you will leave all the dry taste, and a little bitterness from the cocoa. Good. Now, it's your time to enjoy it. Please. Please enjoy it. Thank you very much. And this is my time. Thank you.
Rubens Gardelli of Italy! Rubens.
Sit.
How do you feel?
A little bit over time.
A little bit over
Yeah.
It's no big deal. So it's not your first time at this circus.
I had so many things to explain, and yeah.
Well, it sounds like you invested a lot personally into this.
Oh,
hobby.
definitely, yeah.
So you went to Mexico.
I went to Mexico to realize this idea I had just really 2 days after the last World Brewers Cup. I would say, if I can win again the national competition, I will want to see what is going out from this idea of the single TREELOT. And actually, I was talking with a Chinese guy, and he says it's not new in the tea. In the tea, you can get a single TREELOT from a tea from 300, 400 hold tree. So I said, oh wow, I didn't know that.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you find someone to realize this with? How did you go about finding a farm who would be open to this?
Yeah. The truth is, I was contacted by Julian Rivera, and he was just saying, oh, I watched your competition last year, I liked it so much, and that's it. But after that, I contacted him, and I felt like he's very passionate as much as me, and say, why don't you find me the best farms in Mexico? Well, I want always to find something different from my competition, that's why. And he was helping me a lot to find the best farms around in Mexico. And I say I was totally, I gave him my trust, and at the end, I think he did very well with me. He was a great companion. I mean, he spent so many time with me, and it was, thank you, Julian, thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, is there anyone else on your team that you would like to thank right now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, as with me, like it was crazy. And my teammates, of course, that are here. Julian, I love you, and Ricardo and Arturo, that are the owners, were so nice. Yeah, so yeah, definitely.
All right, well, Rubens.
Okay.
Best of luck to you, and I guess in about an hour's time, we'll find out whether you make it on or not.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good
Thank
luck.
you. Thank you.
So,